labeling players, and she says, you know, time and time again she hears about it. She's so bad. She's so bad. They're just terrible. They play so bad. And, you know, I think people get so busy labeling these players, they lose sight of the fact that maybe, you know, you don't really know why. We don't really know why Dario made those aggressive plays, those 3-bets, and then just folded to 4-bet aggression early on. We don't know what his thinking was. I'm sure if we could invite him in the booth and ask him, he would explain his thinking, and maybe we'd be like, oh, okay, you know, yeah, maybe sometimes it's just unfortunate he ran into big pairs. That might have worked had he not run into what he ran into, and he would be showing profit right now.
Well, but I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like if you are a serious poker player and you're trying to make money, why educate? And then the second of that is, you know.
Now here's a tough spot. Here we got ace versus ace. Phil has flopped the joint with aces full. Greg has ace 8, and there's the gin card. It's getting in. And remember, I said I don't understand why people, you know, leave checks behind. You know, Greg has let out. Phil, I mean, there's nothing that Phil is behind to. If Phil does not get, sorry, Greg, I really apologize up front, but if Phil does not get all of Greg's chicks in this hand, shame on you, Phil. There's no reason why you shouldn't be getting all of Greg's chips in this hand.
And that's a pot-sized bet. I would say Greg, you know.
Yeah, Greg's got to be
together.
And Greg was hoping. I've been in Greg's spot. 8, 8, 8, 8. And when he gets it, oh, but see, look at this. Greg's a smart guy. He's thinking, dang it, what are you re-raising? Now, is this Hollywood, or is Greg really suspecting that he's behind ace 9? I'm very interesting. I'd love to ask Greg, what are you thinking right now?
Well, it could be both. Wow.
Will he fold this hand?
Well, he's definitely not folding. But the question is whether or not he raises. And
no, he might just call.
No, that's what I said. It's definitely not folding. The question is whether he raises, and because calling is certainly viable, you know.
But you realize now he'd really, if again, me and my shove, if Phil had just shoved, would Greg be folding? I mean, because he would shove with ace queen, he'd be shoving with. But does he have to specifically have ace 9? You know what I mean?
I think actually he's just trying to sell it. And he's going to pop it.
You think this is Hollywood?
Oh, yeah. But when Phil goes all in, that's when
you think you're right. I think you're right. I think this is Hollywooding by Greg. All in.
Wow.
Yeah. See,
it was a setup.
Yeah, it was a setup. This is a cooler Greg. I didn't mean to say that you needed to give all your chips to Phil, but in a cooler situation, in this spot, this is kind of what has to happen.
Well, that is the pure second nuts. I mean,
yeah.
It's kind of funny that Phil, I think, literally was just making sure. He's like, I do have the nuts, right?
Right.
Yes.
So that was Hollywood by Greg. Yeah, I was like, he was praying for that 8. He got the 8. He can't just flat here.
Not worse than sucking out.
Yeah,
to the second
careful what you
hand.
wish for, ladies and gentlemen.
And Phil is now our big winner.
Because Greg thought he was behind ace queen here, ace king, ace 10. He was behind to a better ace. He's like, dang it, I need an ace, I need an 8, I need an 8. Bingo. He got it. He was sorry he got it.
I saw an interesting hand where.